Hello. So I'm trying to see how real time this is. So that's why I'm like doing this. Oh, see, this is like for some reason it's like a little laggy today. Oh, it's like literally not. Malika, hey, how you doing? So I was just like, I'll never use this setup again, maybe. And then here I am using this setup again. Usually I throw these away. Well, not usually. Sometimes I throw these away. But something about the Iga Shalmerelks or I guess Shalmerix. I guess Shalmerix. I guess Shalmerix. Elks. I guess Shalmerix. From Sagittarius. It's just like I don't know. I love these two together for some reason. And it's like the circle is almost complete because it's like, And I was like, maybe it's both. I don't know. Hey Holly, how y'all doing today? I'm doing really good today. I'm a little tired from work. Today was the day where I was just like bumping into stuff. I'm like, I don't know what's up with me today. And then I made a few mistakes, like not huge ones, but it was time consuming and wasteful. Um, but I don't know, maybe I'm like calibrating. I feel like something happened last night or started last night, and I don't know what or why. I guess yesterday was the new moon in Virgo. But still, hey, you picked up your new glasses. No more squinting. Glad to hear it. And I can actually I don't need my glasses for this. Well, I guess depending on the cards I use, I might. So today it was in my head, like it's what the? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Has been in my head. It's like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and then the line where they're like, and mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again. Like those two lines have been in my head, not all day. Was it before lunch? I think after lunch. After lunch, it was just like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again. I don't know. I didn't do anything for the new moon. I don't do anything for most moons. I was actually gonna do. See, I don't know how I would read it though. You have glasses and still squint out of habit, even though you can see. Yeah. Like whenever I would wear contacts, and I haven't done it in a while, but like when I would like do that, and I was like, wait, I'm not wearing glasses. Like, what am I pushing up? It's like it's a habit. Um, and there'll be some times where I'm not wearing glasses, and I'll feel like I am. I don't know. It's so weird. I'll feel like there's a lens in front of my eye, a lens in front of the lens. This is like right there. I can do this. This is the beauty of technology. I can rearrange these windows. There we go. And I'll just squeeze this in. And then I can put this back up and everything's fine. Oh, it's still there. In little ways, everything stays. Okay, I don't know. What am I doing today? How are y'all doing today? I've already asked that. I don't even have a Christmas deck. That is on my list. I need a Christmas deck this year. I don't know which one I would get though. I don't know if I've seen one where I'm like, oh, I got this candle that I was gonna light. Hopefully this time. Oh, I don't have any windows open, but since it's a candle, I'm assuming I'm gonna be okay. Because last time when I had that incense, I burned a whole stick of incense with no ventilation, and it effed me up for a few days. I'm doing pretty good. Eve, how are you? Can you hear it crackling? Oh, I can't hear it anymore. I was like, that's a crackly little candle. I'm kind of sort of loving the vibes. I think that was a rumble. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's low key kind of cute. It's been a very chill day. Glad to hear it. We nobody worked yesterday, so we had a lot of stuff. The stuff that we were supposed to read yesterday got read today. All the stuff that was going to be done yesterday or the day before got done today. So after lunch, or like we were like kind of sort of tech, like we were slammed. Now there's the thunder. Now there's the thunder. If my power get cut out, or if I start to buffer, it is what it is. Where's my phone? And mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It was a lot. I was like, oh man, I might be here a little later. But then we finished it. I was like, what? I was like, what? I learned the water system today. So I had to do more walking than I was used to. So this was almost a release video because I was going to soak my feet. And whenever I soak my feet, I like to do a release. Um, I haven't done a weekly release in a minute. What am I going to do? Y'all are here. What should I do? Let me check my spreads. Can y'all hear the rumbles? Can you hear the rumble of thunder? Lightning cracks the sky. Can you hear the thunder? Oh! Sorry. Gasps and gay. I'm kidding. I forgot that. Oh crap! I need OneNote. I can't believe I'm gonna pay for this mess. Actually, I'm gonna try to find my CDs, my product CDs from Microsoft before. 1 second. Oh, did you hit it? Sorry. The hermit spread. I was gonna do that one day. I was gonna do it for the. I can't. Hold on, wait. I can't see you right now. You heard it. Nice. Okay. You thought about a saltwater foot soak today. Didn't get around to it though. Yeah, I was gonna do it, but I saw Reem was still alive, so I popped in there, and now my feet feel better, so I might not. I love this because I can pull up all these little like windows and tabs. It's so cute. Okay, there we go. I need to zoom this out. I think I might do the hermit spread. What is this? Something says, "What is happening?" Reem, 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 reem. Hi, Reenie. Hola, Reem. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? I want this to be black. Thank you. What did I have this spread. It's called "What is Happening?" Question mark. And now I don't know if like I was going through something one day and I was just like, "What is happening?" Mm. Are these like three different versions, or is this all the same spread? Is this some good pasta? I could go for some good pasta. I feel like I've done this once before. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got some canned lentil soup the other day, and it's not great. I kind of want to do this, but I don't know. Ooh. I saw you uploaded a tourist video earlier today. What did it say? I didn't get to watch it, though. I'm like a bird only fly away. Oh, snap. Wait, the HP? Does this say the HP? I'll get back to you after. Oh, now it's like pouring down. Oh, Tarot of Dreams. Okay, duh. That one's easy. I'm gonna like try to not be a belly in the can. Cause like, but I saw it before I had this deck too. Cause it was like a bubble. I saw like a bubble, like floating above. Yeah, Malika, it's in my head now. Nelly Furtado. Oh, it stopped. Okay, yeah, it's fully here now. The rains are here. The power's still on. I got a candle lit, I guess, just in case the lights go out. Um, I saw like a bubble, and somebody like popped the bubble, and like that's all the rain that's coming down. And it's like the Eight of Swords, but I don't know if I want to use this deck. Oh, it's right here next to the Eight of Cups and the Two of Swords. I can't even see what you can see now. 1 second. Let me make sure you can actually see this. Like, I want to do this spread, but I don't. Oh, that's the wrong card. Like this. Minus the person, just the bubble. And it's like the bubble popped, and now all the water is like falling. That's for sure. Your love will never fade. I don't know. Oh, I'll do this one. But this is a lot. Yeah, there it is. The world card. I don't know if I'm going to use this deck, though, because I only have a finite amount of space. And this is 2, 4, 6, 6, 9, 13, 16 cards. 5 and 5 is 10 plus 6. This is 16. And do I want to use like different decks? Or do I want to use the same deck? I am Eve. Because it's like, I really don't want to do this one, but it's like, do this one, do this one, do this one. Because I looked, I was like, what is happening? And that's all I wrote. I literally wrote, what is happening? And the way it was earlier, oh, wait, there's an unknown path above it. That one uses the three Kims, though. And I am not. I could pull out the three Kims. I could pull out the three Kims. Am I that resistant to the what is happening that I'm like, you know what? I could pull out those three Kim Cran decks. Maybe I won't. It's like I do. I'm feeling pulled to it, but I'm like, I don't know. Let me look at the Hermit spread. I wasn't even able to find it. I've changed this one, didn't I? Oh, I guess I didn't. I'm just like, it's like, I could do both. Am I really? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Reem. You're so nice. It's this ring light that I have like right in front of me. Thank you. I found out that I work with one of my high school friends' dad. And I'm like, I don't like. And I said something. I was like, is this your dad? I'm like, where does your dad work? And he told me, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I work with your dad. And I saw his dad twice today. And you know, when someone says hi in a way like they want to start a conversation, it was like those kind of highs, but like I was in roots on roots. So I didn't have time to just like stop. And it's like, it's awkward. Cause, and then I can't be like, is your son so and so? Because now I know he is because I asked him like yesterday. I sent him a message. And he was probably like, hey, dad, you work with Patrick. And so I met him in seventh grade when I got into the MATS program, the advanced classes or whatever. And I was just talking about doing Scholastic Bowl. I did Scholastic Bowl with him. So, what is happening? See, I might. Okay, I think I might do this one, but I might rearrange it a little bit so that it isn't necessarily as it's written. As it is written, so it shall be. Psych. And I'm like, I don't have to use a spread. I don't. How are y'all doing? What do y'all? Because I was gonna be like, okay, today's like viewer's choice. Maybe I'll do this one for myself later. Because something about this, it's like it's pulling me. See, this is like, I know. I am modeling for you real time what my process is. Like, this is very much my spiritual process. It's a lot of like, oh, I know I should do that, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna do it. I feel like again, like I feel like sometimes that's why I get stuff so early. It's like because by the time it's time for me to do something, I've worked through the resistance. I gotta get it for a while before I'm like, okay, fine. So, I am working to not be like this, but I understand that they understand who and how I am. And so if that's how they like work with me, then that's how they work with me. You know what I mean? But if I just free flow it, okay. Wait. So like just like pull the cards and free flow it and be like, is this something that like is warranting of reading? Right? Hey Steph, how you doing? Okay. But I don't know what deck I want to use. And I already have this deck, but I have like this deck is huge. And not only is it huge, but like there are some cards like if I get a page in the Tarot of Dreams, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want, Dream. Not here, I don't. See, yeah, I'm not feeling these cards today. Not these yet. Not for this. I want to do like different decks. Finally done moving. Hey, glad to hear it. How are you feeling about the situation now that you're done moving? Are you a little bit more in it? See, but I don't. Oh wait, I can do this for a second. Please hold. Please hold. I can't see none of my cards. I want to use energy oracle cards for sure. I could do the before, the after, and the in between. But I already have the energy oracle cards. I love the in between tarot, but I feel like the in between tarot with this would get really. I'm like standing literally right in front of the camera, so that's why it's not off to the side today. Um, I'll do the Osho Zen tarot and the in between. I think. I think that's how I'm gonna do this. Okay. I think that's how I'm doing this. Okay, I'm back. What is up with butterflies? So, Osho's intro was where you got the flying bird spread. Oh snap! Now I'm like super excited. So you got back, you made it back to the deck. Cause like I have my best friend's a Virgo. I have like two Virgo best friends. I have like two Virgo. If this is my Virgo best friend, oh my gosh, it's my Virgo best friend. It's my Virgo best friend. Is you in here, girl? Maybe not. But she used to see butterflies all the time. And then I went to a restaurant. I went out to eat Monday, Sunday. I went Sunday because I had to go get some more work clothes. And we came out. When we walked out, there was this huge monarch butterfly on like a flower outside, and like we walked right by it and it didn't move. I'm like, and then later I watched a video and someone was like, "Oh, you might be seeing butterflies." And then earlier, like so butterflies, they've been a thing lately. Apparently, I'm just like, okay. Spirit channeled to you a while ago for Virgos that transformation happened by energetic butterflies extracting energies from us. Oh wow, yeah, because she was seeing butterflies literally every day for months. Let me see if I can find it. You see that? Oh wait, it stops. You could see it though, and it was just like on a little flower. I was like, okay, and then and like unicorns have also been a thing lately. Uh, so my mom got this like unicorn popcorn, And I was playing Diablo 3 the other day, and I got a little. They have little pets that you can get, and the unicorn is like the unicorn. They called it a unicorn. I was like, what? I just got a little unicorn pet. So unicorns and butterflies. Just waiting on sunshine and rainbows over here. But there's the rain. So when the sun comes out after this rain, then we'll see the rainbow and the sunshine. Oh, I see the man holding the heart. Let's see. Yeah, where did you send the pic? You use butterflies in your Reiki. Oh, wow. And there were like pollen puffballs. Like it was windy and pollen puffballs were just like flying today. And I'm like, I don't know. It didn't seem seasonal. What? That reminds me, have you seen A Wrinkle in Time? I think it's the first planet that they went to, the flowers there. It kind of reminds me of those. Guys aren't usually like a thing for me. I'm like, girl, maybe I need to talk to her. Like, what's happening? Where are these butterflies coming from? Mm. So you sent it to Reem? Or did I? Right? Because I don't think I gave you a Gmail, right? Wait, did I? Oh, Steph, I don't have no memory. Okay, yeah, that is the Reem. All right. The walking away card flipped over like immediately. Walking away with the temple path at the bottom of the deck. But in this orientation, she's heading towards the temple path. Behind that. Okay. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 12. Or nah. Come on, Siri, don't be like that. Girl. Hold up, wait. How do I save like that? There we go. So I just got this notification. So he's talking about butterflies, right? Now I just got this notification about caterpillars. These little caterpillars are adorable. Okay. A little YouTube notification. Oh, I have not. But um I feel like somebody just recently mentioned a documentary about butterflies, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know anything anymore. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 12, please.
A random number between 1 and 12 is 8.
Is 8. That's Scorpio. I don't think I've done Scorpio in either one. I have done Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio was Thorn tier. Scorpio, that was weird because I was like, oh, it should be like Tear Thorn, I feel like. I haven't done Scorpio on the new one, and I was thinking about doing that one after this if it gave me a number that I haven't already done. But maybe not. Maybe not. It's already almost 7. I only got a few hours before I got to get to bed. I go to work at 6:30 in the morning, which my body actually loves. I was waking up at like 4, 5, 6 anyway, and so now it's like I just get up and go to work. Oh, I love that stuff. I might have to put these glasses back on though. I like my job. Um, it isn't what I thought I would be doing. It isn't something. It's. I guess it's interesting because the job that I'm working is a job that I would not have been able to do before my surgery, and it's also interesting because it's like I feel like I'm in a situation that I had like so much anxiety around before because of my eyes, but they don't pose much of an issue, which is interesting. So many things just aligned. Ooh, that's making it worse. So many things that aligned at like the right time and place. Um, and it's not difficult, which I enjoy. It is some awkward bending sometimes, which just means that like I gotta sit in the chair more because it's me like hunched over like writing. I write a lot more than I thought I would. I was actually gonna pull cards because I'm a weirdo. um, and because I'm doing like a lot of writing in tiny spaces right now. A lot of writing in tiny spaces. It does. Like you were taking care of things. Um, and I was like, what's this writing in tiny spaces about? I was like, I'm gonna be really good at like writing in tiny spaces. But writing in tiny spaces is something that I wasn't. Oh, because when I was filling out, I do it at work. My homework they're like tiny spaces too, and that's something else I wasn't the best at because I would just like write into other words. Um, but yeah, ooh, aw, sharing healing. That's adorable. Um, but yeah, so far so great. It was like a little busy today, but like girl's a pro. I the one thing that it's so weird. Everyone's wearing masks, right? And so it's like it's like yeah, I'm glad to have you. And you uploaded today, you went live today. I was like, oh snap. I still gotta watch mine. Whew. Everyone's wearing masks. It's like there are people whose like their mouth is smaller than I thought it was. Like it's smaller than I thought it would be. And it just like there's like what two people in particular, the only two people I've seen without a mask. Because like when we're not around everybody, like when we're in our own little space, we can take the mask off, right? And so like there'll still be distance, and like I'll come in, and I'm like, wow, your mouth is like so much smaller than I thought it would be, and it's just, and then like the mouth to nose ratio, it's like, and now I can't like unsee it, so it's fine. I don't laugh, thankfully, because they'd be like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "Your mouth is just not what I envisioned behind the mask." But uh, that's like, is it me? It might be me because it's storming here. Which one of us is it? Who is it? I know when I did Gemini, um, it was like buffering apparently. Oh, okay, Holly, thank you. Oof, sorry, Steph. Oh, these are interesting. Completion and nothingness. I kind of want to take these. And then morality and comparison. Morality and comparison. And then sorrow and ordinariness. And control and flowering. And then things switch here. So I think that's it. So on the completion side, There's comparison, ordinariness, and flowering. And it feels like that's an extra piece. So there's an energy here. It's like you're already whole, you're already complete, but maybe it hasn't been recognized yet because of this comparison. And it's like these are two completely different things. Like one has flexibility, the other one doesn't. Oh, you moved in the country and you haven't got internet yet. I don't know if I would be able to. Oh, girl, I need electricity and internet and stuff. Talia, love you too, Mimi. Yeah. And I was like, she's out for because of minor surgery. I went up. I was like, according to the community post, this is where she is. And this ordinariness, it came out recently with this energy where it's like the supernatural and the spiritual are very much so natural. Like this is the place where it's all abundant, or that's its default abundant state. And once we, it's like there's a recognition of that that puts us in a space of, honestly, it's a little yin yang. But this, with the thing on the outside and this, it's reminding me of, in some way, and I think ordinariness came out with it. It's reminding me of this. Like that's what it's reminding me of. Being alone is a little uncomfortable for you. Yeah, I remember you said that. You got us here now. Flexible, strong. They grow off their fires, right? Bamboo and eucalyptus are like one of the first things to go after a fire. So they're not necessarily fireproof, but they recover, like they bounce back well. And then that healing was at the bottom, right? Sharing and healing. And then on the other side is no thingness. Hey Ariel, how are you doing? On the other side is no thingness. And under that, it's morality, sorrow, and control. And it's all air energy. Queen of air, nine of air, king of air. Morality, sorrow, and control with this no thingness. So these are very like different, very different energies. I don't even know what that song is. You're good. And another activation. I'm doing well. I don't know if something last night was starting to come online or what. And I'm just like, I don't know why or where this is coming from. I'm trying to get to sleep. Oh, yes. And maybe get some plants. I don't know if plants would help. You're a Virgo, right, Steph? Happy birthday season, Steph. I think you're a Virgo. Oh, I want to see the stars at night. Ooh, well, luckily I ain't wake up with no back pain, but hold up. There we go. Trying to see if I can smell the candle. Gotta waft it, you know. Oh, what's all this? Guilt, awareness, harmony, and fighting. This is interesting because you got guilt and awareness, and then you got harmony and fighting. I'm like, what is this? That's Choctaw territory. What? I think I got Choctaw on my mother's side. There's Choctaw. I need to find out what tribe we come from before those people pass. Before the ones with the Choctaw. And I know there's Cherokee, like way back Cherokee, Irish and Cherokee on my mother's, also on my mother's side. Okay, so I have these out. See, oh, okay. So the walking away in the temple path, she's heading in the direction of completion and comparison, ordinariness, and flowering. Because she's going in this direction. Oh. Ah, okay. Right. See that? Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah, I remember. I was like, what? Catfish noodling. I feel like this is like beyond me. I'm just like, what is this? And it's quiet too. I should have just did the spread. I mean, I pulled the cards out. It's fine. No, I'm like, what is happening? Everything is behind you today. It's a floaty day. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very quiet. And I want to do it like this because I have four pairs and five cards over here. So then the temple path, then like it makes sense. Like the temple path is coming out between morality and comparison. And maybe there's a need to be more flexible and not be so rigid right now. And whatever our morals and whatever else was before. Maybe not, well, because it says morality, but morality, it feels more watery than it does airy. It feels like it makes sense for morality to be air, like it makes sense for ethics to be air, and it makes sense for like integrity to be like air earth. But it feels like morality is more water, maybe because it's more situational. Maybe there's a human element that this queen of air energy isn't allowing for as it makes whatever judgments that it makes, right? It's like if someone's children are starving And you're like, well, you should never steal. And it's like, girl, but like, we ain't got nothing to eat, and ain't nobody hiring. Then it's like, if you can do without it, then do without it. And again, with completion, it's like, it's an energy that's already whole. This feels like, so this would go here. Yeah, okay. And then this would go here. And then this would be here by itself. Sperries, spirits, fairies, ETs. I don't be seeing nothing. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, Ream's back. Everybody's back." Like, okay, we're flowing now. It feels like a series of steps. It feels like the first step is from nothing. Is between nothingness and completion. Nothingness, it's sitting in the space of. It's like where there's always something to do. We're never like fully healed. We're never fully prepared. We're never fully ready. We're always seeking something. And so it's like step one is to like walk away from that. And as we're walking away from that, then it feels like something else happens where it gets us to like question our morals in a way. And it may be something like let's say that there's a certain viewpoint that you hold, or let's say that you've always encountered a particular side of an experience, and so you form an opinion on something, but it's like now you're going to be meeting something on the other side. It's going to be challenged, it's going to be questioned, and you're going to be asked to be more flexible. I don't know why sorrow comes out after this. The only bridge between that and sorrow would be, it's like if there's something that has affected you personally, and there was a sort of like, it's the Queen of Swords, it's her story. It's like there's a certain rigidity that you take on to protect yourself in this area. And so it's almost like if you start to soften up in this area, then maybe there's some kind of pain that comes back. And with the door to personal healing and happiness, right? It's like moving through that to reach the space of this ordinariness, where it's like whatever, because it feels like this is something that would weigh a lot, or that would be, it feels like a very dull pain. Like it's not necessarily sharp, but it's something that you carry with you. And this is the release of that, where you're like, you no longer carry it around with you every day or in certain areas. And then that kicks us down to control. But this feels like a self control. This feels like that, like I'm not going to allow this because then the other, whatever. It's a series of stipulations that we put on ourselves. And then we have to release that attachment to come into an energy of flowering. And after that, the only thing left is this door to value. And so this moral sorrow and control falling under no thingness, it feels like old systems of belief. But it feels like things that we believe to protect ourselves. It's like things that we need to be true. And it's like we're reaching that point where it no longer has a place within us. It feels like she's actually like pulling a puzzle piece away. Sorry. I hear y'all talking about like theories and stuff. That's what this feels like. Like, oh my gosh. Love you too, Steph. Oh, a new pink one. Oh, my back. Ow. I don't be seeing nothing. Why is this quiet though? Mm. This reminds me of that episode of Doctor Who when all the stars were disappearing. And there was a girl who was talking about stars. And they're like, stars aren't real. And I remember that was, I'm pretty sure that was Matt Smith with Amy Pond and Rory, the Ponds. But I don't remember what was happening. And then it reminds me of that other episode of Doctor Who. Maybe it was titled Turn Left with Donna. And Donna was like, I'm just a temp. Like, I'm just this, I'm just that, I'm nobody special. And it's like her journey started when she turned left one day. So maybe it was like turn right. Because in this one, she turned the other way. And she never went on her journey. She never discovered how extraordinary she was. She kept living her life as a temp. This isn't necessarily what I wanted, but that's fine. Is it ever something I want? No. I'm starting to get cold now. And it reminds me, um, I had a resident when I was an RA, and he reminded me of myself a lot my freshman year. And I told him about how one day we had a floor meeting, and I didn't really want to go to it. And my RA knocked on my door. My RA knocked on my door, and I didn't want to go to the meeting, but he was like, "It's mandatory," so I left, and we went downstairs, and wow, we went downstairs, and when we were going to find a place to have our meeting, and I was lagging in the back, and there's a hallway, and so I was behind everyone else. I turned left, and then like made another left, and went back to my room. But when I was in that back hallway, I heard my RA go, "Where did Patrick go?" It was like, "Where's Patrick?" And it's like, I'm not very fast, but I guess I know how to disappear when I want to. And so I told my resident about that because he's a Dodger. And I was like, "Don't turn left. Don't turn left." See, and then that's this energy though. Because it feels like there's an energy, it feels like it's almost silent because it's inviting participation in a way. It also feels like it's silent because it's something, I guess, akashic about it. Whenever there's silence, it reminds me of a library, which is why I put like the restricted section. I wanted like a picture of something that was obviously in a library with a door, like a dark door, but it was like cracked so you could see the light coming out of it for Sagittarius, but I didn't find one. So it didn't happen. 2:22 p.m. Girl, it's like 7 here. 44%. Oh snap. Because it feels like there's a certain amount of participation that we're being asked to have or that we're being offered. But like with no thingness walking away in completion, it's almost like we never it's like we're so busy doing everything else that we don't show up or we don't feel worthy enough to show up in some way. And it takes me back to the boardroom. And it's like, do I have any cards of silence? I think there is a silence card in this deck. Because it feels like we're not speaking. I feel like I got a card of silence somewhere. Isolation. Three of the mind. Sorry, that's not funny. You can't do wordplay and then expect. Oh, here it is. Oh, gosh. It's funny because all of these words start with S. And then here's another word that starts with S. Stress and creativity is outside of this. There is a silence card in this deck. I just wanted to give those a little shuffle. Trust is at the top now. Defying gravity. So the cards that were around silence, it's schizophrenia and sharing. Two of the mind and the queen of what? Oh. Two of the mind and the queen of fire. There's that sharing again. It was sharing and healing earlier. But those two birds up in the sky looked like a pair of eyes. And then, like, there's eyes in the sky. I mean, there's a whole face in silence. This is an energy. It's like trying to live both sides of this polarity almost. but we need to cross the gap. Right. Instead of like trying to bridge it, it's like you need to just cross it. But that two of the mind feels like indecision. And there's an indecision card. Sure, why not? I'm already here. I'm already here. I ain't touched a single in between tarot card, but it's fine. I didn't have to throw that. Ooh, this is a lot of women. This is interesting. So around indecision, it's the woman holding a coin and a man holding a heart, which is interesting. Man is the energy I typically associate with the coin. Woman is the energy I typically associate with the heart. And it's interesting because the woman holding a heart is right here in between patience and the angel of strength. Like at the bottom of the deck, right behind the angel of strength, is the woman holding a heart. And the door to romance, see, and all tied up. So this between the woman holding a coin and the woman holding a heart, it's the door to romance, all tied up in patience. You will not be able to see all of these, really. So let's break it down. Door to romance, woman holding a coin, all tied up. And then it's patience and the woman holding a heart. It feels like there's this energy. It's like, well, let me do something so I know that I'm progressing, so that I know that I'm moving, rather than just like sitting around here not having anything to show for what it is that I've done. And it's an energy. It's like, well, some of the most important things that you're going to do in your life, no one will see. It's impossible to show. Some of the greatest things are the ones that hold the least value, or the more value something holds. It's almost like all of its worth is physical. Like there's this physical to intangible, tangible to intangible scale, right? And of worth. So it's like the more it's worth physically, the less it's worth in any other arena, besides just saying that you have a certain amount of affluence to be able to purchase something, or to be able to live in a certain area, or to have a certain thing. And then there are the things that can't be bought matter. And it's like they all matter in some way. But the energy here, it's like it doesn't want, it very much so, it just feels like having something to show. And so it creates this and it's like an inflated sense of value. Well, the door to value was already here, but you gotta like go through the moral flexibility, work through your sorrows, make your ordinary sort of day to day, like raise your base point to something enjoyable, and then look at all that control stuff and allow yourself to flower and grow and step into that abundance. And blossoming abundance is on the other side of the man holding a heart. But again, it just feels like either it's too hard, or it's like there's nothing to really show for it. It's like that's a lot of work for like nothing to happen. And it's interesting because it feels like they're both. It feels like this completion goes to the void. That's this. I already sold it. So that ul, that's what this is. Oh well. Wrong card. This isn't the one I meant to pick up. This is the one I meant to pick up. She's the one that can like go into that void space and like it's almost like having a key where you can open up the door and it's like a bag of holding. It's like you reach in, you get what you need and you pull it out. Right? You don't even like you reach in, you think it's in your hand, you pull it out type of energy. This is an energy that goes in blindly and never quite finds what it's looking for. So why did I pick up sharing? There's an energy of enticement here. It's like when you if your pet I've never watched Mary Poppins. Sorry. If you have a pet, it's like leaving food out, like trying to lure it out and like making that noise like come here, like I have your favorite treat, like please come out of hiding so we can leave. I love the sharing card too. And there is something a little draconic about this lady because it feels like she has scales on her chest. Maybe not. I feel like she got scales to me though. Okay, let me hide behind the card so maybe it'll focus. You do that to Bunny sometimes? Yeah. I remember like whenever Chino would be extra hard headed and just wouldn't come in, they'd be like, come get a treat, get a treat. And it's a little bit of resignation. It's like, fine, you know what? But it's like it's like you give them a treat so that they'll come in, so that they'll listen to you. But a treat is supposed to be something that rewards behavior. So in reality, it's like you're rewarding them for not listening to you. And so it's like you kind of sort of set yourself up for the same situation. And it goes back to that Machiavellian whatever. Not that one. What was the other one? I don't remember. It's not it's better to be feared than loved. It was something else. I don't remember. But it's like we that's how we get an understanding of the system that's not quite right. It's like I'm not giving you a treat because you're not listening to me. And that doesn't mean continue to not listen to me so that you get more treats later. This feels like your neighbors just bought apple peels for your bunnies. Oh, it feels like spirit is like calling us in right now. It reminds me of Ananiel and the Year Two Angelarium. But it's the card where it was like when he told the sailors not to go out to sea, and they went out anyway. So he summoned the waves to do what his words could not. It feels like we're being called in before a storm. Take it as it resonates. Because it feels like whatever this bridge is, it's about to break. Like this bridge is about to snap. And it's like you don't want to be on it or be it when that happens. And it feels like with this silence card, it feels like, oh, now my ears are starting to get warm. It feels like something is happening. It doesn't feel like it's silent, but it's that like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? It feels like there are trees falling in the woods, but no one's in the forest. And so they're making sounds, but nobody can hear. And it's almost this energy where it's like it's more effective to show you where you can go. It's more effective to show you your potential. It's more effective to almost carrot on the stick you a little bit rather than like showing you what could happen if you don't cross over. Because I don't know, because again, it's that resignation, right? It feels like it's about sustainability. Like some things just aren't sustainable anymore. And so it's going to fall into decay. And maybe that's why it's a little quiet. Because it's like, for the same reason why it's like, because it's like, it's almost to not cause a panic, but it's this thing where it's like if everybody panicked, then it would make it more difficult to evacuate because of the self centeredness that is humanity. Because at the end of the day, for a lot of people, who they care about is themselves, right? You saw it with the TP. I ain't even got to get all into it, right? At the end of the day, we care about ourselves more than anybody else. And it feels like that, it almost feels like that would speed something up. It feels like it's moving at a pace right now that we can manage. We just got to keep doing what we're guided to do, going and flowing where we're led, and everything will work out. Yeah. Trying not to get a card I've already seen. What the- Oh, come on. Excuse me. Where the happy reads go? Ah, carrying connections and appreciation with walking away under appreciation. Oh, look, it's 14 and 15. 27, 28? Nope, 21. Strategy under walking away. Did someone say world bridger? Someone did say world. I mean, I wasn't. I don't want to say world bridger, but it's feeling kind of world bridgery. And you know how I feel about the world bridges. Hey Russ, how you doing? I was like, oof, not world bridger energy. Please, no. World bridger has a place in the circles just like everybody else. And the 20 solar, no, lunar seals. Oh, there's a headache. I feel like I need to like. Hey Danielle, you're sweating. Oof. Is it storming over there? It started with rain. It made its way here. I think it's leaving. Is it headed your way? The only one missing is Rob. So Professor Nerdplow of the North. I feel like I don't want to end it like that. Wait, is it 19? I thought it was 20 lunar ones and then the 13 solar tones or something like that. The rain from the hurricane is gone, thankfully. Oh gosh, this whole side of the deck just stood up. Rob Odinson, you are required. Someone send the thunder. The Virgo new moon was yesterday. Oh yeah, it was raining. Summoning Rob. Summoning Rob. Rob Odinson. Rob Odinson. Ooh. Turning in and transformation. I love that. I love that, like, she don't got a face. There's her face, so maybe not. I still got one more deck, I guess. That's weird. Oh, and the Matonic Norse calendar. Gotcha. Which one is the odd one out? We're not going to look at that. Let's focus on this. Let's focus on this. Look at that. Who did Freebird, Flybird? Eve, the Flying Bird spread. Understanding the creator. Understanding the creator. Girl. It's like, how though? Yeah. Russ is on this side of the world. I feel like I wouldn't typically see Russell this late, so I was like, yeah. Welcome back to this side of the planet, friend. It is today? I thought it was yesterday. Like here. Let's see. But also I look at the transits when it's like exact. Oh, there's the warmth. Hello? Oh no. No thank you. Oh gosh, I'm getting so warm now. Yeah, the moon will be in Libra here pretty soon. The moon is currently 28 degrees and 29 minutes Virgo. The sun is like 15 degrees Virgo. Mm-mm. I'll try Cancun when it's cooler. I'm not trying to melt. Hey, there's Rob. Rob summoned me directly. Shh. You're playing Animal Crossing. Okay. Okay. And then integration is at the bottom of the deck. So we have understanding the creator and integration. Oh, integration is at the bottom of the deck. Oh, intensity. Okay, all right, all right. I think both of these came out, or was one at the bottom of the deck? I don't remember. All right, I still got one more deck I wanted. How are you doing, Rob? All in the Americas for the first time, coming from the same continent. Enjoy it while it lasts. I don't plan on being here forever. Mr. Nerdplow Odinson. So Professor Nerdplow Odinson. Yeah, Mr. Nerdplow Odinson. I think so. I was gonna like. So you remember that thing that you did for me? I was like, I feel like it's marinating. I was like, I don't want to go back and like. It feels like it's like allow it to marinate. Um, and last night and this morning, I'm just like, is this it? Is this it? I don't know why it just all of a sudden decided to start kicking off last night. Um, but yeah, I was gonna send you a message. I want to see the world, Russell. Step one of my plan is already in motion. Work at a company with locations in other countries. That was step one. This was at the top. Carrying connections was at the top. Now it's at the bottom. Oh, indecision is at the top now. Indecision is at the top now. That's why I was like, is it the new moon? I guess it's the new moon. That's the only thing I can think of. It's in Virgo. My moon is in Taurus, but my moon is like late Taurus, so it's a pretty loose trine for me. Oh, snap. Is there a grand trine right now? Between the sun and the moon? No. Yeah, it would have. No. Pluto was late. Pluto was late Capricorn. Because Uranus is about mid Taurus. The sun and moon were mid Taurus. Pluto was late Capricorn. I don't have anything in Virgo, so. Your moon's in Aquarius. Oh, that. My best friend's moon is in Aquarius. She's a moon and rising Aquarius. Her sun is in Virgo. I was just talking about her earlier today for some reason. Oh, you have a Virgo stellium, so all of that stellium just falls into the void of my chart, where I have nothing. My chart is like routine. What? What's that? Health? What? What's that? Organization. If I'm getting paid, midheaven and Capricorn. Otherwise, what? What's that? Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Pallas in Virgo in the second house. You'd think he'd be more tidy. See, the thing I think with stellium sometimes, I've heard it's like sometimes they can play out as an area of challenge. It's like either way too much or like not enough at all. You got me covered? Okay. Well, as long as you're not annoyed by the mess. I'm a lot better now, though. Y'all want in between cards? And then I'll just like read them out the book or whatever. Maybe. You have a Capricorn stellium. All these Earth stelliums. You want one, Reem? For Miss Reemy Healings. I will pick this card for you. I'm feeling it. Oh, snap. What's that? Oh, the moon into the sun. Okay. I mean, that's gorgeous energy. Is the title card. So, uh, that's all you get. That's gorgeous. Oops. And it feels like I don't know if like you feel like you're floating out there, and then there's a boat that's like, oh, like you seem to be floating in this general direction at some pace. It's like, yeah, I guess I am. You're just going with the flow right now. You would rather float in the ocean than go on the boat. See, there you are, right there. With the title card at the bottom. Oh my gosh. And the ocean is sort of an in between. It's funny to call the in between. It's funny to call the ocean the in between because the planet is mostly ocean, but we live on the land. So there's something like an inverse relationship. It's like it feels like it's like doing this to something, like folding it inside out. I don't know. Okay. For Sir Russell, Mr. Russell. For Mexico, for all of Mexico, on behalf of Rustling Around. Oh gosh. Oh, it's hilarious. Okay. So, oh. So this card, it made a noise and it knocked all of these cards out. There's 6 cards that came out face down. Rob has a Scorpio stellium. I ain't got no stellium. I almost have a Pisces stellium if I include my Black Moon Lilith. No problem, Reed. Stellium is like 3 or 4 or more planets and the same sign, or yeah, Danielle already said it. LOL. Wait, what? I mean, that's why I'm more just like all over the place. Just like all over. There's no consistency in my life. Do I want to look at all these cards? So the bottom of the deck, Russell, is the this might mean something for you, Russell. You have the Knight of Cups into the Queen of Cups, but it's like you see the Knight of Cups working on something, and then the Queen of Cups coming behind him. with the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups under it, and the King of Cups into the Page of Cups. Hello? And then the Emperor, which is almost the title card, but it doesn't say in between tarot on it. So it's the image from the title card, but it's not the title card. Like, this is what? What are you talking? Where's Neptune's trident? I can't see because this light is like literally right here. This little thing? I don't know. Welcome back, Eve. See, this is interesting. So there's the Knight of Cups with the Queen of Cups, and like there are these birds. It almost looked like one of them is flying into the jug. Oh, there's the thunder. And then the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups. And this King of Cups into the Page of Cups. Which is interesting. This is one of the desertiest King of Cups coming out. Yeah. Like that, this is very like, I feel like Mexico for you. I'm like, okay. All right. You're going to get abs. Let me stop. And now these 6 cards that flipped over. Oh my gosh. So you have the 3 of Cups. Or in between the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Right? You are. I'm like, what? And then you have the 8 of Coins into the 9 of Coins. With that, what's that? A bird? With the bird flying through the cloud, leaving a star in it. And she's like, I feel like, I feel like this is like, this, it feels like an energy. It feels like a sign, but it feels like a sign that like you participate in the creation of in some way, or the orchestration of. And then it's the Queen of Cups into the King of Cups. So that's all of them except for the Page into the Knight. And then you have the 9 of Pentacles into the 10 of Pentacles to match that 9 of Cups into the 10 of Cups, the 3.1415 of Cups. King of Cups, King of Wands. And this one is interesting. So then you have the 3 of Wands into the 4 of Wands. And it's like there's the Wand of the Sun and the Wand of the Moon. And that was the card that, like, the moon heading into the sun was the card that came out. And then it's the 7 of Coins into the 8 of Coins. I love this card. This is probably my new favorite, just like aesthetically. Russ has been in the Sweat Lodge for a year now. That old chestnut. Are you looking for me to interpret this, Russ, or do you got it? Because my head is like already hurting. This is Mexico. Lots of stuff to explore. Um, oh, this is weird. I feel like pressure, like building up. King of Wands. Oh God. Is it passing? I don't know. I feel like pressure building up in my eyes right now. I mean, like potentially, and because like here's all these like these right, and then I guess there's a dude like he's dressed up in this one. All of these dudes, right? And then the emperor with the star into the moon under all of that. I wondered if I have like any Aztec in me because of the Native American ancestry that I have. I was like, I wonder if any of them were like in the area, you know. That's a lot. Maybe it's also this. It feels like there's so much. No, like an actual sweat lines. Oh, okay. Oof. I wish I could be in Canada. I have to visit at some point. It feels like there's a lot. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I am definitely not opposed to your inquiry. I know that someone used to say that I seem to sync up to the Mayan calendar, or at least the dream spell. Oh goodness, cloud dragons. Okay. Oh. Okay. I mean, I got Native American and Irish in me. Okay, that was interesting. There was a guy with abs on that card. Pretty front and center. So. King of Wands. Rob's got Dutch and Polish. Yeah, that's a Dutch red. I remember that. Bop, 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 bop. It's still sitting at your desk. Okay. Does anyone else want an in between before my head explodes? I'm kidding. I kind of want an in between. Danielle for Danielle. Danielle DeFries. I didn't even read those out of the book. Oh, darn it. I love this book. I don't know how to pronounce that. What? That's what I was saying, Russ. Maybe we had an ancestor back in the day. Back in the day. For Danielle. This is interesting. So strength into the hermit was standing up, and the title card is at the bottom of the deck. So with the title card at the bottom of the deck, this is all I got for you, and I'm not gonna pry into it because it ain't for me to. So I will read this one out of the book though because it spoke of like an internal guide. I just loved how it mentioned it in between strength and the hermit. So strength. Oh, where? There we go. Strength is focus and effort. The hermit is meditation and patience. In between is discovering the inner guide. As we move through strength and approach the hermit, the fool's focus starts to move inward. We enter the realm of the subconscious, the world of dreams. The pictured character is moving slowly up the bridge and into the mountains. He is perfectly balanced, relying confidently on his inner strength reserves. This card will show that the fool's strength has changed from a scene of non action to spirituality. This card will show that the fool's slash strength has changed from a scene of non action to spirituality. He is contemplative, awaiting the next stage. But before he is able to enter that inner realm, he needs to be introduced to his inner guide. So there's something like being introduced to your inner guide or delving more into your spirituality in some way in this. Oops. And with the title card at the bottom of the deck, that's all I got to say. It's funny because I was feeling a little bit like energy, and then the title card came out at the bottom of the deck with going into hermit mode. So Norwegian, Scotland, and England, and you forgot the rest. Mine look like twins. Mine, you found your father's whole side of his family. Oh wow. I know a lot of people are Eve, but I'm a little science nerd, so I do a lot of stuff. The chariot into strength with the 10 of swords into the ace of swords at the bottom of the deck. And look at that big old monarch butterfly. I don't know who that was for. Can't you tell? All right, who's next? Somebody said something. Oh, I said I was going to do one for me. Holly. Holly counts. Between the Virgo new moon and the Libra new moon. Yeah. I was like, what? What was that noise? Okay. I feel like lines are trying to cross, but tangible cards don't work that way. So, for Holly, so you got three cards. You have the Page of Pentacles into the Knight of Pentacles, or coins. Page of Coins into the Knight of Coins. And then it's the Six of Wands into the Seven of Wands. Oh, no, it's facing the other way. The horse in the stained glass mirror is facing the opposite direction. So there's a little chariot energy, but they're not on the same page, so it's not moving. And then it's the Three of Wands into the Four of Wands. So it feels like you're working pretty hard at something. It feels like you're. Was it for Danielle? I don't know. I hit that title card, so that's when I'm just like, hands up. I don't know. The bottom of the deck is the Three of Coins into the Four of Coins, which is, and then there's the King of Coins into the Page of Coins. with the Seven of Swords into the Eight of Swords. See, with the Three of Coins into the Four of Coins, the Three of Coins is typically an energy of collaboration, but it's almost like they don't get to see a penny of what they make. It's all for this energy. Everything they do is for this. And it leaves them with not much left. And with the King of Coins into the Page of Coins, it feels like there's an energy of conditioning here, which is very much so similar to this, like the page going into the night, or more so this. No, Danielle, this is for Holly. I would say if there's something that you are, oh, I got you, Danielle. You're like, is this also me? What? I thought you moved on. I got you. Sorry. It feels like if you're starting something new, I would be wary of. See, because also in this stained glass mirror, in this stained glass window, there's the angel up there, like holding the pentacle. And it feels like there's this energy of like not, it's a little weird. And it feels like there's this mysterious hut up here. And I don't know, it feels like it's not gonna be as advertised. Expectation versus reality. And it's interesting though, because it feels like it's something that like you work very hard at. But it feels like for someone else's gain or for someone else's benefit or for reasons that I don't know. Because like with these two, it's a little weird. Um, Maybe. Does that look like Mexico? It's a desert somewhere. You see the cactuses? It does. Okay. So yeah, I would just be like wary of that. Or just like, make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of. If you are someone of talent or someone of whatever, and if someone thinks that like you're gullible or like you don't, like just don't let anybody take advantage of you at this time. And maybe they'll find it. Maybe they'll try and you'll be like, yeah, no. And then they're like, oh, wow, like you weren't who I thought you were. And it's like, oh, wow, like, so you thought you'd take advantage of me? Girl, that makes you look grimy. Anyway, it does. Okay. I mean, that is Saturn. Saturn is my guiding planet according to an astrology app. It's the planet right behind my sun. So my sun is like 10 degrees Pisces and my Saturn is 23 degrees Aquarius ish. Being underestimated is a superpower. You kind of sort of fly under the radar like a shark and then you get them. Or you look like piranhas, right? I went over to one of my little high school friends' houses and they had a pet piranha. I'm like, oh my gosh, those things are huge. Stand up to the big boss frequency and own your own truth, Holly. Exactly that. It's like you work for me, actually. Because without me, you wouldn't be here. I'm just playing. Sorry. Anybody else want an in-betweener? Let's get an in-between for the in-between. Okay. What was that? Who was this? Ooh, Temperance into the Devil. with the moon into the sun at the bottom of the deck. There's lots of that today. Feels like that's an energy of a potential misdirection. But it feels like though. So it feels like the phoenix is being misdirected into the fire. Where's my pointer? Where's my pointing pin? I just had it. I don't have it. Where is it? I don't know. This was a decent idea. It was a good idea. You're a Mercury girl? Gaia Uranus is Russ's ruling planet. I'm kind of not surprised. You were thinking Arizona. It is nondescript desert. So it feels like the Phoenix is being distracted by this. And it feels like there's something that these two people do that will like redirect the Phoenix. Because we can tell from it's the backside of the devil. So it's the devil into the tower, I think. That this is the Phoenix like in goal. Like this is the Phoenix's in destination. And so it feels like they're trying to like trigger something to like be like it's like right here. I don't know. 0 degrees of Libra. Oh. So almost Virgo. Oh, it just barely escaped. It barely escaped that Virgo stellium that you have. I love that. It's like I'm free. Oh, the Phoenix is burning out the dirty devil's temptation. I went to McDonald's with my brother. I'll get you stuff. Ooh. See, what is this? This card just flipped over or came out. The 7 of Cups into the 8 of Cups. And then, like, we see those same shadowy energies up there. I love this card. It feels like this is the reason. Not the reason. I don't know. I'm moving on. All right, Steph. It is. It's a gorgeous card. And I think that flower was in the pot. And it's like you don't notice the flower in the pot until you break the pot. And so it's that thing that causes some kind of realization. And then the fool was behind McDonald's. So I was at McDonald's. I was at McDonald's and somebody on the back of their car it said "Go Demons," and my brother was like, "Go Demons!" Like, what's that about? And I was like, maybe it's a typo. Like it was supposed to say lemons. I got you, Steph. And I was like, what? And now Russ is like, McDonald's is the dirty devil. I had McDonald's twice today and yesterday. I saw a video of the Italian husband and they went to a McDonald's in Italy and they had a wrap and I wanted a wrap and McDonald's doesn't even have wraps. Oh, girl. Nah. Ooh. Wait. No. Was it? I don't know. I already put the card away. Um, I'll take a double demon with cheese, please. Lunch at the Lucky Wishbone. I know. They didn't have any wraps. I really wanted a wrap. The French fries, though. You know, oh, it's not good for me, but everything is a wrap there. That makes sense. I can see that. I'm getting so warm. Okay, first Steph. And then there's the coolness. Oh, this is interesting. I feel like something is precipitating. I feel externally cool but internally warm. But the you had a cactus wrap. Do you want some fear fries with that? Oof, I mean, if you put fry on it. Oh. Oh, snap. Okay. It feels like this energy. It's like you're on fire. Oh, it feels like it would be a storm if there wasn't my skin serving as the boundary between the warmth and the coolness. It's like it's because I'm here, physically incarnate, that that interaction doesn't cause something to transpire and then precipitate. And this card, which is one of the title cards, came out, but it's like the full title card. You're even trying to eat chili peppers. Oh goodness. Oh gosh. And there are two cards that are here. I'll flip them over. The Four of Swords into the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Wands into the Two of Wands. With the Two of Pentacles into the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. What is this stuff? Girl. So the Four of Swords into the Five of Swords here. It's about, it's like honoring and respecting boundaries, but it's almost an energy of like realizing and recognizing where boundaries have been crossed. Or it's like tap dancing on a fine line because it's like once you cross that line, you can't go back. But the Ace of Wands into the Two of Wands feels like, don't blame me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It feels like this is like a way out. So maybe this is an energy of something that was avoided, right? Because it was like, it's a fine line you're walking on. But then it's like with the Ace of Wands into the Two of Wands, you just go in a different direction. Now, what awaits you down this path, I have no clue. Because it's a title card, but this one has the Fool on it. So you're moving forward in some way. And it's interesting because the Fool is holding a cup of fire. Mm. So in this card, they're being attacked in their sleep. And then vote for women. Votes for women. See, I'm trying not to read too far into it because the title card is here. And a title card could also be like, Patrick, like you are not even gonna like get remotely near what this is. So just like stop, just stop. But it feels like the Two of Pentacles is an energy of making tough choices and tough decisions. It's decisions and choices that require consideration because multiple people may be affected. That's the balancing act. And going into the three, it's like choices and decisions that are, it's just like it feels like it's setting up a foundation outside of this like hostile air energy and more in the territory of this like fire that has like there's a lot of stuff. There's just like there's a lot to discover. The 4th of December is a solar eclipse in Sagittarius, right before the nodes transit into Scorpio and Taurus. Not right before it, but like, you know. And it's almost that energy of like, it's almost that energy of the moon into the sun. But like in that card, the person was floating. It feels like it's a little bit more active. And it almost reminds me of that Temperance into the Devil card with the people who were going to do something to trigger the Phoenix to like be able to recognize where it's supposed to go. There's an energy, it's like a sudden redirection. But it feels like there's going to be a lot of like, and like it's the ace into the two. And again, like you have this card. So it feels like there's going to be a lot of exploration. You may be coming into an energy where you discover a lot of new passions. And it's like maybe one of these new passions, maybe one of these things, it almost feels like it's something that you pick back up. It's like it's something that you put down for a long time, but you're going to get the opportunity to like get back into it. And it feels like it's going to build you up in a way. We a Combusta. I remember that one. Was that the Trial by Fire video or was that before the Trial by Fire video, Russ? Like a changing of the old guard. Yeah. And it's like with that Seven of Cups into the Eight of Cups, it almost feels like a bullet dodged, but not just like dodging a bullet. Because again, like with this energy, it really feels like putting yourself, it was after. Okay. It feels like putting yourself, I don't know, there's just like this energy, it's cool because it's like, you know, I don't want to downplay because I know it was like huge, but it's like voting, it was awesome for what it gave them the ability to do, but it doesn't, it feels like that's very, very, very outside. And I don't know, it just feels like a personal joy, like being lit up from the inside. And it's almost like a wow, like I never would have had the opportunity or the time or the permission. I don't know if permission is a weird thing for you to pursue this, but it's like, oh, now I do. You have the space for it now. It was sudden. It's the Scorpio tunnel of change. The Ionis Plutonus. There it is. I was like, I could only think of Geminis. I was like, it's not Geminis. Yeah, Ionis Plutonus. We are combusta. Was that when you were at the Hermit Hideaway? Like right before you left? It's like it's slowly coming back to me. And there was a thing about Libra season or the end of the year bringing like lots of towers. So it's like I don't know if I'm remembering it, but it was like, if you haven't done shadow work, then oof, brace yourself. But it feels like it's very much so coming out on the other side of this. But again, like with this card here, it may not necessarily be in ways that you immediately recognize. It was Faro. Faro? What? Okay, well, never mind. I don't remember then. I don't remember. My wrestle chronology is like all over the place. I mean, that's what happens when you try to recall the timeline of a time master. It's like, was this here or there, or like when, what? It's all relative. But yeah, you may not see it now, but it feels like it's going to be like it feels like it's going to take some adjusting, but when you adjust to it, are the things that you find in the adjustment are going to be like amazing for you. So I would say to not be afraid to pursue things that you have an interest in. Three of Cups into the Four of Cups, Seven of Coins into the. See this? You remember the Seven of Cups into the Eight of Cups? It feels like this. Oh, it reminds me of the story of the dragon and the pearl with the little boy, and then he ate the pearl and became the dragon. Where my best friend at? It's in that deck that got held up in customs, and I think it's the Ace of Cups in that deck. But it's like there's something that was fished out of the water in the Three of Coins, or in the Three of Cups into the Four of Cups, but you don't see it until the pot is smashed. Um, when you're fleeing from the seven to the eight, it's like in all of your hustle and bustle to flee, it's like this pot breaks, and then you notice like that magical flower that was inside of it. That's why it's glowing here. And it's like it happened while you were sleeping, like while you were unaware. Maybe your inner child is like, maybe your inner child or your higher self, whatever, is like doing work on you, in you, in ways that you're not even like consciously aware of. And it almost feels like maybe it's like that orchestration, like it's like lining things up to come into your experience that are like really going to excite you. But the choice to like do it or to give yourself the permission is yours. Maybe you started that channel, maybe you don't. I don't know. It would be a way to get some kind of community, if or to have more of a like a voice in a way in the community, if that's something that you care for. No, the it's fishing the flower out of the water. Like you don't even know it's there. You don't notice it until the pot breaks when everything hits the fan, and then you're like, "Oh snap! What?" That's why my inner child was like over there doing all that weird stuff. It's like, yeah, Rob. Yeah, it's very much so that, and it feels brand new. Oh my gosh, Danielle. Oh wait, okay. Ah, I didn't get it when Rob said it, but I think I got it when Danielle said it. I was like, yeah, it feels brand new. It feels brand new. Oh snap! Look at this gentleman. He's not. That one's for you, Russ. Would anyone else like a in between card? In betweener. Who that? Oh. What time is it? Oof. I gotta go to I gotta be at work at 6:30. Was it a miracle? I don't know, Russell. Wait, aren't you the one that told me that flowers don't like to be named called by their common names? It'll take a card or two Come on, Rob. All right, I got you. I'll try. I will try, Rob. I will do my best. I will put forth an effort. I can make no guarantees. 0.5 on card. Okay, I'll give you half of this card. So you only see half of it, okay? Wait, I gotta flip it this way so you don't see a whole of the other card. All right, this is your half a card. It's this girl in the back doing who knows what. There's your half a card. It's like a third of a card almost. There you go. There you go, Rob. I don't know what she's doing, but I'm sure she knows what she's doing. And it's almost this energy. This feels like a community effort. And it's like if you take care of your part, other people will take care of other people's parts. But there were actually cards that flipped over, so I'm like, what? What is she doing back there, though? See, that's what I'm like. Wait, what? A girl at the back doing stuff. So the cards that flipped over, um, no problem, Steph. I wish you all the best. It's the Two of Cups into the Three of Cups, and then the Two of Swords into the Three of Swords. But like, I feel like what I'm thinking wouldn't be it, and I don't even necessarily want to. It reminds me of that thing Russell sent me. Actually, it reminds me of the thing that Russell sent me, and it's like the last two lines in that thing. And Russell mentioned it when you went live with Anne, so I'm assuming he also sent it to you. Because I'm like, I don't. I'm like, wait, what? Is this a thing? Is this a thing? Is this a thing? Is this a thing, Rob? I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. I mean, I guess I could just talk about it, and then you could tell me if I'm like completely off, because then I could like go in a different direction, right? But it feels like there's an energy of like wanting to build or expand a family, but being very concerned of like repeating certain things. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a family, right? It was the thingy about parents. It was about your parents. That's what it was. And then at the end, it was like, do the world right by not having any kids. I don't know if that's a conversation that you've had before, but it feels like there's like lots of reasons to not do it. Rob wants a third dog. Okay. Well, if you're getting a third dog, you want to make sure it gets along with the first two. Because Annie is small, but she seems like she would put up the most fight. Lucy seems fairly chill. Okay, you're probably not having kids. Gotcha. Because I feel like there's a lot of like, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like that would be your experience, but it feels like there's an energy. It feels like not wanting to like perpetuate karma or trauma or whatever here. And it's like whatever it is, it's like it's an energy of expansion and it should be happy. But it reminds me of the message of the dream carrier in the mystical dream tarot, where it's like, well, once you give birth to it, it's out into the world and anything can happen. And so it's something that, oh, snap. Well, sorry, Reem. Anne was amazing. It's like it's something that should bring a lot of happiness, but it's very much so like, well, this could go wrong and that could go wrong, and I can't control this. And so it's like it eliminates it as a possibility before it's even fully considered. And then at the bottom of the deck is the page of coins into the knight of coins. Oof. And then the nine of swords into the 10 of swords behind that. And the five of coins into the six of coins, which is an energy of like not wanting to repeat something. And it's almost like when she picks up this hammer, when she picks up the hammer, she's like put in this position. And so she never uses it because of whatever this is. Elephant just feelings. You're right. They're just feelings. And then that five of pentacles, like into the six, it's again, it's that like not wanting it to play out all over again, or not wanting to be the person that like does it because you've experienced it. And I feel like there's a whole it feels like there's a whole like it almost feels like thin ice, where it's like if you poke at it too much, it'll just like, and you're submerged and you're just like in it, and it's like don't necessarily need to go there right now. But it also feels like one of those things where it's like almost like a cartoon. Like if there's a leak and you plug it in one area, it springs a leak somewhere else, and then you plug that one in, it springs a leak somewhere else. So it's like plugging up leaks all over the place. But I mean, I feel like what color is the hammer? This thing looks like a. Oh, those are the weapons. That's my life. Yeah. Sorry. Is it gonna focus? Hold on. If I hide behind the card, will it focus? It did. There's the hammer, and it's interesting because it doesn't feel like it's a hammer that will pull up a nail. So it feels like there's also a sense of finality here, or a feeling of like something that once it's done, it can't be undone. Because I don't know, the back of that hammer doesn't look like it'll pull up a nail once it does, and it's something about like not being able to undo or correct a mistake or something. I don't know. It goes into the whole like every single thing that could go wrong almost. I don't know what a yellow hammer means. I don't know. Yellow hearts, yellow hammer. Oh, Reem knew it was yellow because you sent the yellow hearts. Well, yellow is solar plexus, right? And see, there is this thing here. It's like there's a sun energy here, but it's like fractured or something. Good night, Holly. Manipura. That's the solar plexus, I think. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. But what is this? I feel like there's a very. What was that? Is that McDonald's? No. Oh, what? Practice assignments. Girl, get out of here. I got practice homework. Practice homework. Who does that? I don't even want to do regular homework. Yeah, okay. This is there's a solar plexus energy here. Yeah, I think I know what this is. um cuz this feels like the solar plexus. Yeah, that's what I'm like. What? Homework is practice. Practice. We got to practice the practice, right? Maybe that's the energy. You got to practice the practice, the practice, the practice. So this is like the trial of the trial of the trial of the trial, and you do so many trials that you never actually end up starting the thing. Um, but there's an energy here. It feels like the solar plexus is cracking. It feels like the solar plexus is like giving birth to something, like it's evolving in a way. And that's where it feels like this hesitation comes in, like between the sword and the hammer. Like this is a mini storyline here. But then it's like, well, where does this come in? I don't know. Maybe this is like, it's going to be okay. It's the two into the three of cups. And so maybe there's an energy here where it's like you've matured enough to parent whatever is being birthed within you. So you don't have to worry about all of the things that could go wrong. Like you're very much so capable of parenting whatever is about to pop out of the solar plexus. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, but you know that, right? So there you go. Oh, like my little balloons? No problem, Rob. I hope it resonates for you. He's smashing the family image with his hammer. He said, "We don't have to have kids." A lot of people don't, especially now. So, yeah, it's definitely okay. Excuse me. I'm just like, wait, what is this? I am like, it's a coding class though, so I'm talking about it, but I'm excited because I love it. So, I'm a little nerd like that. I'm a little geek. I'm just playing. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. So at the cut, it's the Ten of Cups into the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Interesting. See? See? Everything will be all right. On the other side, it's the Eight of Coins into the Nine of Coins. And I'm like, that's why I'm like, wait. Is there anyone else? I think everyone else here has had one besides Eve? Question mark. And I don't think Eve said she wanted one. Is there anyone else? Did that taste of McDonald's? Did what taste of McDonald's? The McDonald's today, well, no. It was like McDonald's, it felt kind of dense and empty. So, but I wasn't hungry, so, I feel like I've been eating a lot of dense and empty foods for the past like 2 days. Eve wants one? Wait, are you saying that Eve wants one, or is Eve saying that Eve wants one? Yeah. The burp. Oh. Wait, what burp? Did I burp? Russell, I'm so confused right now. Did a burp happen? Oh my gosh, I'm so warm. All right, there's the coolness. Yes, Eve, it is your turn. Oh, the headache. Okay. Everything's going to be all right. It is. I think I forget that sometimes. I'm like always doing something. It's Russell. That's what he said. Russell said that the heat is him, but I feel the coolness. It's like it's a lot of moving air. Okay. Gently for Eve. Okay. See. Heat to everyone, my gift. Eve gets 2/3 of a card. Ah. So we take the same card, but now we hide the girl doing the stuff in the back. So you get the rest of it. You're cool and have refried bean gas. Okay. Oh, if cards could talk, there's a whole story here. Uh, oh, okay. So the six into the seven of swords came down. Please don't send the bean gas as a gift, right? So the six into the seven of swords came out. Ariel! And you're still trying to work. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So eat some beans with every meal. I never knew the last two lines of that. So it feels like this person is watching them. Like, what are they doing? Like, there's some kind of like full moon ritual thing going on over here. And this person is just like, what? Like, what is happening? But it feels like this awakens something within him, something dormant. And there are like fingerprints all over this card. That's why I laughed because I was like, he's just like, what is happening over there? Rob. So there is like an Akashic past lifey energy here, or connections to something, but it feels like it's connected in a positive way with the Ten of Cups into the Ace of Cups. And it feels like most of the time we get like past lifey stuff. It's like, trauma. You were burned at the stake. You were murdered. You were all of this stuff. But it feels like the good in some way. It feels like this person is they're gonna like go AWOL. It feels like it feels like he's sent here to kill them. Right? It's a war in the sword suit, but he doesn't. And it feels like this is what he's looking at. Like there's this pressure to sort of conform here, doing someone else's work, doing someone else's bidding. Like he's a soldier, so he takes lives, but he's not responsible for his own. But behind this is the emperor with the queen of swords into the king of swords. So it's like a decision to now defend or protect rather than to like fall into this. And there's something about like coming into your power in some way. This is so like what? Girl, I don't do past life. I don't do Akashic. I don't do none of that stuff, but that's the story. Because it feels like was Eva dude possibly, but it feels like this energy knows something about you that you don't know about you. So it feels like this energy turns you against yourself in a way. It gets you to work against you or your community or those like you. But it's almost that like three things cannot long be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Somehow the truth is discovered. And that's why you raise your sword to protect now instead of to harm. Like, girl, just go with it. Okay. Just go with it. It's like that's why you raise your sword to protect now instead of to harm. And it feels like that decision unlocks something that gives you the ability to actually do it. Right? Because we can have the desire to protect something, but not have the means to do it. And then behind this, so we have the Queen of Swords into the King of Swords. It's the King of Cups into the Page of Cups. And it feels like an energy of something that was inborn. It feels like a seed that was planted within you in a way. And something happens that causes the seed to break. And when the seed breaks, it sprouts. but like really fast. Like it's like overnight, like Jack and the Beanstalk type of like bean sprout, right? Just like what? And then like the power of the giants, the strength is like Herculean strength, and I think that's what it feels like. Taurus is the side that like, even though Taurus is like very protective of family and stuff, it feels like Taurus is the sort of like the complacency. Aries is the like I'm gonna do something, but between them, it's something that's very more oriented. Yeah. I'm sorry, Danielle. Danielle was like, I ain't getting nothing. And again, it feels like it wasn't always that way. That's why it's this energy. It's almost like remembering and recalling the good ones or the good times or something like that. And maybe that's going to be the case because it'll be more effective. Not only will it be more effective, but it's like it may just be time to know more of the truth. It's like there are truths that explain things. There are truths that give us like the reason why or that lead to the reason why. And so maybe there's a period in a cycle of like discovering the reason, but then you come into like the more. And it's like it's the more times for sure. And it almost feels like maybe there was something that was done in the past to, it's like it was earned in the past, but you weren't able to live it in the past. And it's coming to be lived in like this lifetime. Like now is the lifetime where you get to experience this. And it's like you've already done whatever. You might have to do it again, who knows. But it's like if you've done it once, you can do it again type of energy. So, yeah, literal and figurative, yes. Yeah, and it does feel like it's over. Oh, snap. Wow. Okay. That was so funny, though, how that came out. It reminds me of what's that? It's the thing. It was with the Mayan, Incan, Aztecs. There was a dance, and the girl was like, "Why do I feel like I know this dance?" And then the dancer, who was like smoking a cigarette on her break, she was like, "Oh, well, like you're like whatever, right?" And she was like, "Yeah." She's like, "It's in the blood of like our people. Like the dance is in us. We all know how to do it." It's like that kind of energy. So when you see it being done, it's like you already like your body knows the movements, it knows the rhythms, and you just flow with it. So don't overthink it. Just go with it. Type of energy. It's within you, right? You just reminding yourself that it's there. Maybe. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. They do a deer dance that makes you think of Reem. Aw. Reemy, 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 Reem. There are like deer all over the place here, and I like never see them. I'm always like looking somewhere else or like on my phone or doing something else, and they're like, "Did you see that deer?" And I'm like, "What? No." And then it's gone. They were like, "Oh, it was a big one." Who this? Oh, snap! Well, that's everyone, right? No problem, Eve. I feel like that was nice and gentle, like you requested. Oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock. It's almost time for me to go to bed. Guatemala. Guadalajara, Guadalajara. Yeah. See, using her voice and stuff. And then the lawnmower came in and Eve said, "No, I will not be silenced. This lawnmower will not keep me from speaking." I was like, "Oh, so the lawnmower has made its way over to Everlong Mystic. I see." That was earlier today? No, I didn't watch today. That was yesterday. Collective. No, it was today. Are you being tested? Right? Is spirit testing you? Question mark. Was that today? Was it yesterday? I don't know. I don't know what time it is. It was within the past 48 hours for sure. Yeah. I want an in-between card. What is up with this energy? It's here again. Oh, snap. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Okay. It was yesterday. Okay. You were so triggered. You're definitely on the right track, right? Lawnmowers can't silence you. Others can't silence you. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's so like let's see. I'll just show you. It's spirit testing us. That's what it was. Okay. Can I get cards, please? You overthink way too much and it sucks. Are you a Virgo? I know everybody can overthink, but Virgos get it. Us mutable signs, we get it. Who else gets it? Maybe Scorpio. I don't know if Scorpio necessarily like overthinks though, or if it's just like in its own head. Headache. Can I get like stankness? I love that. I could get runes. Screw work. I'm gonna be like, yeah, so I decided to come in at 8 today instead of do you have Gemini? Are you a Gemini rising, Rob? Aries moon? Was it Gemini rising? Everybody can do it. We can all do it. Overthinking is something that we all do. Unless you're Aries. Probably, then you just do it. Girl. Ooh. Okay. It's fine. I'm going to I'm gonna switch decks. Ah! I'm getting so warm and cool. It's so. I feel like for as warm as I get, oh, Tia. For as warm as I get, like there's an immediate coolness to sort of like try to temper it. Oh, the Stank Eye Moon card. Oh, and the what's that in the after tarot, the before the after, where it's like up, 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 up. Thunder is coming back. I think I just heard it start raining a little bit. So I guess that's what's happening, even though I didn't do that. I do want to like go to the rooms though, because are you still with us, Russell, or has the jet lag taken you? Okay, 1 second. I gotta grab the runes. Oh, there's the rain. It came back. The storm came back. Ba ba da ba. Ba ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. It was pouring down out there. Oh my gosh, look at what's at the bottom of the rune deck. Stankness. Stankness at the bottom of the rune deck. You can outside in the tropical heat. Virgo, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, and Rising. Oh wow. It's like raining. Stankness and hard. See? Okay. I want runes for mine. I'm just waiting. I have the runes. I don't want to go yet. I just want to be here. Let's see what rune comes out. Ooh. See, Undone. That's what the name of it. It was Undone. That's the name of the show. So Windhorn came out and it reminded me. Because Windhorn is unbound if it focuses. You almost got it. Come on, camera. You can do it. You can do it, camera. Okay, I'll try to hide. There, wait, it did it. It's Windhorn, Unbound. The show is called Undone. That's the Dead Bird Room. What? And then 12th was at the bottom. And then Stankness is under 12th. And then, how do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that? Witchcraft? The Witchcraft rune is under that. This camera, it does its best, just like me. Feather baby tipped over. Oh. This is interesting. It feels like what's being undone and unwound is this 12 frequency. There you go, kinda. Oh, it did it! It's that 12th frequency, but immediately behind it is Stankness. Oh, it did it again. Hey, look at the camera. Wikicraft. Okay. Is that what they used back in the day? Wikicraft? And then Wikicraft is behind it with Raz, that lunar eclipse card. It's the lunar eclipse for me. It feels like a gradual. It feels like a gradual unwinding with a. It's like a stankness at every step. It's almost like it feels like it's not that it's trying to find our breaking point, because if we can be completely unwound, we'll be completely unwound. But whatever this is, it almost feels like it's taking the training wheels off, and it's like, wait, did you talk about this, Reem? It's like it's taking the training wheels off, and it's like, okay, let's see what you can do. Somebody said that. I'm pretty sure it was Reem earlier when you were like, you've done all the learning, you've done like you've gotten all the wisdom and stuff. Now it's time to like see what you can do with it. Essentially, it's essentially that in a way. Now I feel like I want to put something else over it. But who? I mean, I have the in between tarot, but this doesn't feel in between. That's what this is. That's what it feels like. And it feels like, oh, headache. Ah, it feels like 12th is being unwound. Oh, gosh. Oh, gotcha, Russ. It's like pouring down outside now, but no thunder. So, hello? Now you want to act like you can't find me, even though I'm the only thing in frame. Interesting. It feels like 12th is being unwound, and it feels like something else is actually being wound up. Who is that? I can feel it on my third eye. I feel it. I feel it. And it carries that energy where it's like it's that like it's the DNA thing in a way. That's what I want to know. What is this winding? You just got it? Oh snap. It's doing something to DNA. It feels like because it's like you unwind DNA and you read it and then you wind it back up when you're done. But it feels like and maybe it's not DNA specifically. It feels like something is being unwound and then something is happening to keep it from being rewound. And so it makes it longer because when you wind it up, it compresses it, right? You can't have like, it would be very inconvenient to have like full formed, like full release DNA in your cell. Like it's so long. That's why it coils up when it's not in use. But it feels like something is preventing the coiling from happening. So it like it gets longer or something. Yeah. Wait, you're probably gonna get what soon? I thought you already had it, do you? Wait, what? I'm confused. I remember you saying that. I still need to go back and watch the rest. I almost paused this. One moment, please, because I gotta grab that. Which angelarium am I grabbing though? Am I grabbing the Oracle of Emanations or am I grabbing the little one, the year two one? I kind of want to go for the year two one because Ananiel came out earlier. So 1 second. If I had both cameras hooked up, it wouldn't do this. But if I had both cameras hooked up, I would just switch it to the table. But it's not on the table right now, so because it's on me. I'm hungry now. I just got hungry. It's too late for me to eat. I'm about to go to bed soon. Oh, look! It's this. It's like unwound DNA, but it's also set. Oh, you put it on your wish list. And so it's almost like when it's like this, it can be read whenever. And it feels like the expression of things that you just ate. Wait, the beans? The frijoles? Is that how you say beans? Oh, I might have some cereal because I don't want it to go stale. Got milk to use. I got some bagels I need to use too. It feels like something's going to be read that hasn't been read maybe in a while because it's unbound. because it's unwound. And it feels like it just happens without us necessarily noticing it. Tostadas and chocolate ice cream. I don't think I had dinner. I the McDonald's is still in my stomach, so I'm good. Yeah, Reem had that yummy pasta. What is this? If Pinamue comes out, that other Pinamue that came out last time I used these, I'll flip with lots of Parmesan cheese. Oh, so not Pinamue. Bottom of the deck is Barkiel, Angel of Pisces. So Rimph, Angel of Time, and Barkiel, Angel of Pisces was at the bottom of the deck. Your body is making you go vegetarian. My body does that every now and then. Um, yeah, it's very that, Steph. Just no animal products. Gotcha. I'll probably be right there with you soon. Rimph, Angel of Time, the flame that cracks its skin is the same as the fire from within, an alabaster form folded like the steel of a sword, always pressing onward. The sharp beat of its heels grinding the past into dust. Russell, I was thinking of your surname earlier for some reason. And I was going to send you the pen is mightier than the sword or something like that. But with like two D's or something. I don't know. The pen is mightier than the sword. Cheese has casomorphines in it. Oh, snap. Oof. We are that casomorphine. Oof. Rob. If being addicted to cheese is wrong, I don't want to be right. And then the angel of Pisces is here. When harm comes to the people, the relationships, and the things in our lives, we have to take time to help repair them. It's not easy, but bringing those pieces back together is what we have to be to live a good life. In those moments, we are close to Barkiel. Deep down, everyone has a nurturing, aspect. Choosing to cultivate it helps bring us closer to our truer selves. So it's like it's a time of getting closer to our truer selves, and our truer selves is folded like the steel of a sword. It almost feels like it's like I am the pen and the sword. Ooh, I like that. Excuse me. Oof. If you get the really good stuff, Eve, you'll never stop eating cheese. You'll never stop eating cheese. What? I didn't know that. They dilute the cheese that goes out into the like they have enough casomorphine to get you hooked, but not so much that you overdose. But I feel like I may have overdosed on cheese before, so who knows? See the what was the flame that cracks its skin? is the same as the fire from within. There's that cracking again. Who had the cracked seed? Was that Steph? Cutting the cheese. Excuse me. Okay, I'm ready for sleep now. I don't want to go to sleep tonight. Back to the bean gas. Hey. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna have a dream or something. It's fine. I want to put a rune on this. Sat. Was impassioned. Maybe not. I just want like one more rune. Oh, goodness. So sigil or sigil, gadurung, and Ao. I don't know how to pronounce any of these. It's the sun, life force, gathering, dock, and horse move. And there's that oak support again. See, there's something here. It's like Barkiel is doing something. And then, like, Rim's hand catches on fire. And, like, this is that sun life force in Rim. This is the gathering in Barkiel. There you go. This is whatever transpires because of it. Okay. All right. All right. It's time for me to go to sleep. Wait, it's only 9:30. Okay. Maybe I'll go in at like 7. Because all she did was like do emails and stuff in the morning. So it's going to take me so. I'm so slow when I do stuff. Wow. You didn't have to say stiff, but I am. I feel my age, you know. I go to bed at like before 11. I wake up when the sun wakes up. I'm not going to be late. Well, so I'm supposed to be 8 to 5, but I was doing 6:30 to 3:30 because that's what the person that like she's gonna be gone, so I have to learn her stuff. And she was like, "No pressure, but because there's 3 of us. Technically, there's 2 of us, but there's 3 of us." And she's like, "No pressure, but I don't know how to do any of her stuff, and she's gonna be gone next week." This is what she told me last week. She said, "No pressure, but she's gonna be gone, so I need you to learn everything that she does before next week." I was like, "Okay, no pressure." Sorry. And so she goes in at 6:30. That's why I've been going in at 6:30. But for the first part, like she responds to emails and she like I know how to do that part. Um, so that's why I was like I can go in at like do like 7 to 4. Uh, Russell, what are you talking about? It's like, well, wait, what time is it there? What time is it there? Are you on Central Time, Russell? I can hear your hairline starting to recede. Oh, oh gosh. Who wants a rune? Can I do runes for people? Sure. I may not know what it is, but you know, if you want a rune, I got some little runes. I'll pull you one. Oh, Remy said me. It's 21:31. Oh, girl, Russell, I can't do math. Can you put it in non-military time for me? Well, 10 is 22, so it's 9:31. Oh, it's the same time here. Okay. Yeah, so it's already after 8 or after 7. It's already after 8, so you're up. I got to do military time. I got to write the date, like day, month, year. It's like, what? And it was funny because I had that conversation with Russell. And then, like, 2 days later, like, yeah, and we write the date. She was like, we write the date weird. It's like the day, the month, and then the year. Also, we write everything in military time. I was like, okay. I was like, is somebody like European or something? Pullin the Loki rune. Which one is the Loki rune? Ash? Yeah. I yawn so that you don't have to. You're welcome. I yawn because I care. With all these babies, my body is breaking. Okay, Miss Remy Healings would like a rune, please. Let me get these others off the table. Thank you for Miss Remy Healings. I feel cool. I feel cold. I like this. Right? I'm in the same time zone, finally. Oh, okay. Udon. You like meditating at sunrise or right before? It's the room that wrecked Reem's room. It knocked the camera off. It was like paranormal activity, but Rune inspired. That's way too much. But I see Windhorn again. I'm not taking it. That's like one, two. Ooh, that's too many. There's Ash though. Ash is in the mix. We're not doing it. And while who was that? Ken just jumped up. Ken just leaped, but went back in the deck, so I'm not taking it. There we go. It's Stankness. Stankness, this is interesting. So some other ones came out. Ken like jumped up and then it went right back down. Bottom of the deck is new. New is at the bottom of the deck. Stankness flipped over. So I saw Elks. And that's the one where I was like, am I taking this or not? And Elks came out and it felt I was like, okay, protection, no. And then so Windhorn was there, which is about Unbound. Stankness is here. New is here. It feels like there's an energy. I feel like I'm yelling. Oh my god. I feel like I'm yelling again. It's fine. There's an energy, it's like you're coming into new abilities and gifts. And the rune magic ritual, what? Where was that at? Did you post it? So it feels like you're coming into. See, what's happened is it feels like your protection. It's not your protection, though. It's like everything that I was already talking about and what you were talking about earlier, like what you received. It's like that incrementally, like something is being unwound. Elvis, what? Something is being unwound so that you can, it's like you can get used to it or adjusted to it or you can acclimatize to it. But it feels like Um, Tradle, Stankness, Offerlugu, and Elks. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Tradle, Tradle, Tradle. I feel like flapping my arms now. Sorry. It feels collaborative though, in a way. Like, not that it's necessarily like going to instruct you. It feels like you're coming into maybe a certain suite of gifts and abilities that you may not necessarily know how to use. And so it feels like there are going to be suggestions for things that you can try, but ultimately you're supposed to develop it into whatever it's going to be for you. So it's like, don't, it's like the practice homework sort of. It's like, do this for inspiration or do this to see different ways that this is capable, like different things that this is capable of, but come up with your own whatever and develop it. It's like creating your own style or honing your own style. And it feels like it may be a little trial and error y, which is the stankness. The stankness may also be like working with it in a very limited capacity where you can like get the hang of it and get the flow of it before it's like, you go like actual sort of scale. That's what this feels like. I don't know at what point that's coming in. I don't know if you're coming into that. What's that? Oh, the seed, Earth Mason. Earth Mason. So yeah. Yeah. Does anyone else want a room? Reem is most definitely being get to the new mantle. You may be. Oh, look, Ken came out again. Divine Spark. Oh, girl, that's a whole bunch. Ken is one of them. Ken is at the top again. No problem. I'm pulling runes. I need to go at like 10. So I got 20 minutes left. I will give you 20 of my minutes that I will never get back. But the minutes are, it's like, whose line is it anyway? Time isn't real and the points are made up or something. I don't know. The minutes are made up. Rune for somebody. Again, like, I don't know if I'll be able to interpret it. So I'll do my best. You want a whole rune, not half a rune? Can I do half a rune? I can't do half a rune. Unless the rune is like um, something that I can take half of. Whole rune, please. Okay. I don't know how to read this. Well, this half rune is almost like a Hagal. No, Hagal goes. Yeah. No. So night is the rune or not is the rune that fell out or Doxian. I'll cover that up so you don't read it. There you go. This is the rune that came out. Bottom of the little rune deck is sap and passioned. Oh, okay. So there's an energy. It feels like there is like a dark Yggdrasil tree, or you go into the shadow of the Yggdrasil. It feels like it's like tapping the. It's like bleeding the night. It's tapping the night, and then Feo is like, look at that, right under it. That's what it feels like. It feels like tapping the night. but night almost in a void sense, maybe night medicine. Ood. What do you get if you tap night? I went around. I did water samples today, and yeah, there you go. The night rune had the fear flakes. Oh. Is that just like more of earlier? It doesn't. It's like someone's like tapping the night and putting night in a bucket. But it's like, what do you do with night in a bucket? Oh, wait. Is night in a bucket like the an Acme black hole? Or not a like an Acme hole? Where you slap it on a wall and you can like walk right through it? Or like you put it on the ground and you go through the ground? It's the fear flakes. It's the fear flakes. Eve said it. The fear flakes are keeping you up at night. I don't know what I expected from these. I'm just like, wait. My brain is like, so it feels like pulling on one of these. Like if you pull on one, there's something about flushing the system. You have to flush it. Because I'm going back to like what I did today. I'm like, why did I do that? So you're flushing it. You're flushing it. That's it. That's what the sap is. And so she was like, um, so the reason why you flush it is because you don't want to get anything that's inside the pipe. You don't want to get anything that's been sitting. And it reminds me of fluid dynamics. And WOS, WOS, it's like with fluid dynamics, anything touching the pipe won't move, basically. In real life, it does. And so there's something here. It feels like old night. What's up? What's up? Yeah. So it feels like you're flushing it. But where does it go? Because part of me is like, well, if you're flushing old stuff, it feels like you may be re experiencing old fears, old worries, old concerns may come up, but it's like it's flushing out of your system. The night is being flushed out, but it may be trickling. And if it's trickling instead of like flowing out, that's when that's when it takes longer. But you don't necessarily want to like if you don't have that's what the bucket is for. If you don't have for anywhere for that night to go, it's like you don't want toxic night to be leaching into other things either. So there is an energy of like almost taking as much as you can accommodate as things are sort of like being purged out. The bucket is for the vomit. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, so that's what is so is it like bringing so it's an energy where it's like there are energetic channels that are dormant that haven't been used for a while. And so everything that was sitting in the system while it wasn't in use, you have to flush that out before you hook it up to something else. Because otherwise you're going to get old stuff in with the new stuff. So you flush out the old stuff before you integrate it with the new stuff, and then you get a new stream. So like conduits sort of like coming online as well too. Or like channels being built. Yeah, there you go. Goodness. I am not gonna. Let me say I won't be able to, but these are definitely a collaborative effort. I think somebody said me again. Who was it? Was it Steph? That's what I got for you, Rob. I also got like 13 minutes. All right, Steph said me again. Thank you. It took a second. I was like, why am I going back to what I did today? You can thank my supervisor slash manager for making me learn new stuff, even though I wanted to. She, because yesterday she was like, so like, are you getting her stuff down so I can start training you on the other stuff you're going to be doing? And I was like, well, first she was like, so are you getting the hang of it? And I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna get it, like I'm getting it. And she was like, oh, because then I can start training you on this other stuff. And I was like, well, actually, like I'm still learning it. So, and then today she made me do it. So that's why my feet were hurting because I was walking around while we went and we read meters and we checked the water and we went to all these different places and she's gonna be going Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow is my last day with her, and then I'm expected to be her on Thursday. And I don't even have access to one of the programs that I need to do like everything basically. Um, but it's fine. It'll work out. I'm not too worried about it. It'll be an opportunity for me to shine and for me to step up. So, are you serious? It is. I feel like I've been set up. That was a setup. Okay. All right. First staff. So that's why I did water today. And I guess I'm glad I did because without doing water today, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. It was a lot of context for that situation. I could have still gotten it, but it was fresher in my mind. So, oh, well, thank you, Russell. I am. I would say I'm trying, but I am doing. I'm trying and doing. I'm truing. I'm truing. I like that. That was in my head the other day. Truly scrumptious. You two are truly scrumptious. Steph, where are you? And the greats beyond, outside of those realms. If Ganunga Gap comes out, Ganunga Gap is my like, oop, there's that red balloon again. Okay. We just had Wos. Now here's Os. Okay. And something else. Or is it Os? Is Kizzy Cat's birthday on the 10th? And Ao. Oseo. And I better say Ao. Ao. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm thinking about their mouths again. And I'm just like, and I try not to be super obvious, but sometimes I'm just like, wow, so that's what your mouth looks like. Okay. Ooh. Oseoing. So Ing is the bottom of the deck, 22 Ignite and Water Meadow. Ignite and water meadow. Ing at the bottom. Os and Ao. Eo? How do you pronounce it? U. God, mouth, and U sacral came out. Oh, they're both a 4. So there's a 4, a 13. Oh, this is a 444. 22 is a 4. If you can see the number. There you go. 22 is a 4. 13 is a 4, and 4 is a 4. Now, typically, we don't break down the 22, but it is a 4. EO. EO? Or COing? A COing. That's a ceiling. So U is something. Um, yo. Oh, Russ, my brain is. My brain is. My brain can't do it tonight. We'll do the pronunciation later. So the U is internal. So there's this energy. Thank you, Russ. There's this energy. It feels like it's reminding me of the fig tree, where when Jesus like spoke to it and it didn't bear fruit or whatever. It feels like. Were you the one that got the 3 of Cups with the pot? Because it feels like something is being spoken, but it's transpiring internally. And so it isn't necessarily flowering outwardly yet because the inside needs to be repaired. It's like the connections have to be reestablished before it can start, um, before it flourishes on the outside. And then there's Aim with Ignite and Water Meadow. Figs need wasps to bear fruit. I remember that. What's this Aim Water Meadow though? It's the gathering, but it feels like a sacred gathering. You've been saying 444 all week. Okay. Yeah. And it feels like, again, it feels like there's this energy where it's like there's a conversation happening. It's like you're a part of the conversation, but you don't even know what's happening in a way. How does that work? Like that's what it feels like. It's like you don't know that you're a part of the conversation, or it's like it's happening around you, but like you're not involved in it. And it feels like there's a certain fluidity that's coming into your life right now. It feels like you were on Earth and a tide came in or the waters rose to move you down river like a coconut, going down until it washes up somewhere, and then like for all of the fruits that travel by water. And there's an energy, it's like you don't start over, you start from experience. Because it feels like you could take the tree that you have and like plant it somewhere else and it'll start growing. It feels like it's more than a seed in this. And maybe that was that energy too, because I feel like it was like once it happens, it feels like there's a lot of momentum behind it. So maybe that's why it feels like more than a seed. But it's like everything that the seed needs, it's happening. It's just waiting to be planted, or it's waiting to find the space where it is to be planted. And then it's like it's already ready to grow. And that's everything that's happening like inside right now. And so it's like, um, I don't know, time seems almost extra fluid in this space because again, it's like it's kind of sort of ready whenever. Yeah, definitely being wired with new emotions. And what is that? It's like what God said is for you, no man can take, or something like that. That just popped into my mind with this God mouth. And there's something also about swelling. It it's not swelling like an ache or a pain because it feels like this is a tube or something. If you can see it, there you go. It feels like that's like a tube or something, and you want it to like it's like a plant. You want it to build up that like turgor pressure or whatever, so that it stands up straight, so it's not like wilted, like that kind of thing. Yeah. Your dream, there was a conversation, but they couldn't see you. Oh wow. It's time for me to go to bed. My brain went to John Cena. Oh gosh. Wait, what? You love swelling in Dallas. You're not. I don't. Well, you'll get it. You'll be fine. Is this East? No, that's Kuning. Kunish. That's that solar eclipse one. Oh, say wake up, hello. We got something for you here. You'll get it because it feels like it's also something that you have to be ready for, and so you're also being made ready for it. Like to accept it or to like to do it. Linda Gray played Sue Ellen. Swelling. Is it a movie? Russell. Russell, it's too late. It's too late, Russ. Okay. So it's 11:01. I see that time all over the place, which means it's 10:01 here. Soap. See, Russell is messing with me. Soap. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. And even if I'm not very well versed, Shayna, yes, I am, but I'm like literally about to go to sleep. I feel like my eyes are closing. So Falcon Crest. Oh my gosh! Look what card popped out again. Stankness with oh Scott mouth us. Oh, and then Flusa is behind that, I guess, because Godmouth just fell to the floor. And face down is man again. Oh wow! Wait. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm done. All right. Only old people know about it. Oof. Oof. I wouldn't say that, but the Hardy Boys. Oh, like from the books. I never read the books, but I know that they are books. Falcon Crest was the Dynasty spinoff. I don't know anything. I don't know any of this. I don't know any of this. Okay. All right. Well, for those who understand, I am sure it means something. I'm going to blow this candle out now. Hopefully, I still got wick left to light it next time. I was more of a boxcar children kind of kid, you know, Bailey school kids. Um, I didn't get into Goosebumps. My brother loved Goosebumps. I scared too easy. I was like, I ain't trying to have nightmares. But excuse me, it is time for me to go. I hope you all have a good whatever whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. I hope that whatever you need along your path or your journey or your way, you find it. It was a pleasure. It was a joy and an honor. Um, we'll have to do this again sometimes. Maybe with cards I understand. I want just one rune for tonight. Broom or Brom, Butcher's Broom, Scrub. This one has been coming out. I feel like Russ has been getting Brom. Oh, with the horse at the bottom. Oh, okay. So Brom and horse for me. This is the Aegean stables, right? The Aegean stables. One of Hercules' tasks. Those stables, those horses were taking Olympian-sized dumps that Hercules had to clean up, and it was one of his 12 great labors. They were supposed to be 10 labors. I think the stables were one of the ones that the king said didn't count. So what Hercules did was it's like he pushed the stables to the river to have the river clean the stables so that he didn't have to. And then the king was like, well, technically the river cleaned the stables. You didn't clean the stables, so he had to do another labor. Maybe. And so there's almost an energy of it feels like whatever task or undertaking we're in right now, maybe a little bit of cleverness and creativity and ingenuity and awareness of our surroundings and resourcefulness can sort of like help us do that so that we don't have to get like all the way into it, right? Like there are going to be things that we still have to clean, but some of this stuff is being flushed out. So some of the mess we may not have to deal with, which is amazing. So cunning, a certain amount of cunning. Never mind, it's fine. Thank you all. You went from Scooby Doo to Stephen King. I went. What did I do? No problem. That's what it's. Why dirty your hands when you can cheat? It's not cheating. It's being resourceful. All right, I'll catch you all later. if I can find the window. I found it. I'm sorry, I'm just like looking at myself. Oh, this? What is this? Maybe I'm doing it another day. I don't know. All right, I'll catch you all later. Have an excellent whatever. Bye.